Hey family, this is Big Unk. This is Big Unk. Today is Saturday, family. This is the BMore Real Team Talk Show. The BMore's Real Team Talk Show. You know what, family? This been on my heart lately. Now, some years ago, we fought in Baltimore City to get safe consumption sites here, right? I'm looking at the fentanyl and the opioid that's been taking out a lot of our drug addicts, right? Still suffering addicts. And the goal was to help slow it down, to get the safe consumption sites here where they can go and use. And if their drugs is laced with fentanyl or opioid, you know, that poison, somebody would be there to bring them back out, bring them out, right? It's a medical staff. So we fought to get that bill passed for Baltimore City. And it went to Congress and Congress rejected. But now, mind you, I'm looking at our adults that's caught up with using. Y'all know a couple of months ago, and I spoke on it before, I found out that the fentanyl, the opioid, the synthetic drugs, right, that they put into pills now and selling it to our children. And it was brought back to my attention the other day about the fentanyl, the opioid, the Xanax, the Percocets. These things are being marketed where they can order it now, being mail ordered. And I don't know if it says Snapchat. I know it did say TikTok on these sites, right, where the children can order them, mail order them. And I'm like, wow. Reason why I said wow, because it took me back to myself once again. And I'm gonna say this because I don't have a problem with it. Y'all know whenever Big Unk run off of his mouth, I'm going to talk about what I used to do, right? And I'm gonna talk about what I do now. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, this is God. This is God. Because, be honest with y'all, what's done in the dark, it stayed in the dark. But as you begin to get older or you begin to get more wiser, what you do, like in my case, raising my children, I had to watch out for them because I shot dope. I shot cane. I drunk Thunderbird. I drunk Richards. I drunk Colt 45, Hennessy, Jack Daniels, Moonshine. I was a cold alcoholic from the time of 13 to 30. Not just that, I started shooting the cocaine. I was snorting it at 14 now. And I started shooting cocaine at, between coke and dope, coke and dope, coke and dope. That's what I'm trying to get to. I started shooting coke and dope when I was about 15. And the reason why I'm saying this, and mind you, that was over 30-something years ago. And whenever we brought dope or coke, we could always put a cut on it, so we kind of knew what we was getting. To add stuff to it to, you know, extend it to make more money. And I was on AI, and AI said, it's not like that today compared to what y'all used to do. and what's happening amongst our youth. And I was trying to look up what percentage in Baltimore, right? Because it gave me a percentage like around America of the young people that's dying off of this stuff. Very, very, very do we hear about it. I don't even think a lot of parents know what's actually taking their children out with the drug thing. I don't think they realize the depth. And mainly if you never used yourself. Or they were talking about how children might take certain pills, say like they in college, and they taking certain things just to help them either stay up longer for their testing or do what they do, you know, stuff like that. Whatever they might take it for. But not realizing they are taking something that can actually cause them to lose their lives. That's what it was talking about. Or some of them in school and they not resting properly. So they order these pills, right? Thinking that it would help them rest a little bit more. And it takes them out. And I'm up here, family. I'm like, and I can only say this because y'all know I was caught up. And now, I don't know if they actually know what they're getting. I don't know. But I'm gonna do more research on that because the reason why I'm saying it, I don't know if they're taking it to actually get high, or I don't know if they're taking it to actually relax themselves. You get me? So they might not know actually why. They just taking it. And the people that they know, they might end up getting sick off it or something like that, but that might seem normal and natural. But when they passed away from it, I was talking to this young guy, Cam, and I told him to come on the show tonight. And I was like, Cam, I ain't know such and such and such and such, because he's young, right, about the young people dying over the fentanyl stuff. He said, yeah, he had a friend that passed away. And this kid about 16 years old, right? And he was telling me, yeah, it's a problem. And he was telling me why some of the youth are taking certain things to even help them. You know, they, like I said, they might have a sleeping issue, or they might be studying for something and taking it thinking it's going to help enlighten them, you know. But I told him, I said, I need you to come on tonight so we can talk about this. We got to talk about this. Now, what I was stuttering over just a little bit, because when I was getting high, I was trying to run from something. I was escaping from life. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at the kids that's taking it. They might not be going through like stress of life or peer pressure, or say like dealing with rape issues, molestation issues, mental, emotional, and verbal abuse. They might not be going through all of that. I don't know unless I can talk with some of them in that sense that's using. Now I talk with youth, that's not a problem at all. But I never really paid attention to the fentanyl thing. And I said, when I start talking to them more, and some of them, I'm gonna see what they doing more now. Cause my mindset, family, as far as using wise, my mindset is stuck on the dope and the cane and the speedballing, the back in the day stuff. Not looking at other things that they're doing now to basically target our youth. And that's what it was talking about, targeting the younger generation. I'm like, oh my God. I thought it was bad when I was coming up. And then you know how the crack poured into the communities in the 1980s, in 1980. And see, I remember that because we was hustling back then. We was hustling. I remember people used to cook up the cocaine into rocks and then smoke it. So now, well, back then, they started bringing in already cooked up the rocks. And then just to know what's happening amongst our youth now, and it's directly geared towards the youth. So parents, you gotta pay more attention to your children. You gotta pay more attention. Some of them taking it might be like a harmless thing to you, knowing that they're doing it, but not knowing actually the depth or what can really happen to them as far as losing their lives. You have to basically have experienced it to understand it. And my heart hurts, man, for just to know that mainly if they're doing it to actually get high. And the reason why I'm saying that, because it takes me back to my days. When I was going through, not realizing it, family, I was going through a lot of pain. I was trying to duck life. And you could not tell me I wasn't a happy kid. You could not tell me. You could not tell me I wasn't a happy teenager. But when I had went to a therapist when I got older, right? And she said, if your life was so pleasant and so happy, you wouldn't have had to use drugs. Now, mind you, at that time, it didn't click. You get it? It was years later that I understood once I started doing some work on it. And just for the day, family, being clean for 33 and a half years. Now, check this out. January the 26th, God's will, and I'll be here. 2027, that'll be 34 years for me. I never thought I could stop using, let me say that. I would stop using, but I wouldn't stay stopped. I did not know that you could stay clean a day at a time for 365 days of the year. I did not know. I could stay clean for like weeks. I could stay clean for a month or two. If my friend got sick and we couldn't do things together as far as getting high partying, I would chill until they felt better. But believe me, I was ready to go. And I'm only saying that, family, because I do not, just for the day, I can say this, just for the day, I do not have a desire to use drugs. I don't have a desire to drink. And I thank God. Sometimes the thought might come across, but then when I sit back and I think about the hell that I went through with the old dean and all this type of stuff, I don't want that again. I don't want it. And that's why I speak out the way I do, family. That's why I come the way I do. I try to use words of encouragement to get others to speak about their pain and where they at and what's going on with them. Let's talk about it. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I notice a lot of people get offended because I'm able to free myself. And see, some people will look at it, oh, he's still carrying it, he's doing this and doing that. Guess what? Yes, I am. But ask me, is it hurting? That's the part you miss. That's what you miss. See, when I say I haven't shot no dope and cane or drunk alcohol in 30-something years, do that mean I'm still suffering? Because if I was suffering, I'd go pick it up. If I was hurt, I'd go pick it up. I ain't hurting today. I'm dealing and coping with life. Matter of fact, that was the past. All that bull crap that happened back then was back then. I'm looking at the here and the now. You get me? Catch it. I'm looking at the here and the now. All right, family, I'll be right back. I love y'all. This video almost 15 minutes long. Time just flies when you're having fun. Love y'all. I'll be right back, okay?